Studying with your classes, you can ask any pre-med questions that you might have. Usually the way these office hours work is we try to dedicate them to focused studying. So it'll be led by one of our coaches, and they'll say, okay, we're in a 30 or 40 minute study block now, so make sure you don't have Facebook open, TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is. Write in the chat what you're going to be studying, and then we will set a timer, and everyone does their own studying. And during the breaks of the office hours, you can ask any questions, whether it's relevant to something you just worked on, or general pre-med Q&A. And also some of the office hours are just pre-med Q&As where you get your questions answered. So we have a minimum of 6 hours a week of these office hours, and if you value that at $30 an hour, which honestly, based on the caliber of coaching you're getting, it's really more than that, but let's just say it's $30 an hour, that would be $180 and $720 a month in value that you're getting from these office hours. And that's only in 1 year, let's say, 7 months times 12 months would be $8,640 in value. However, if you are joining the program and you'll be in it for longer than a year, and most students are in the program for longer than a year, because even if you're just about to take your MCAT, you're going to have to go through the MCAT process and the application process, which is about a full year long. And if you start any more earlier than that, it's going to be more value than what you see here. But even just 1 year long, you could be going to those office hours 3 times a week, and it would be $8,640 in value. And you also have groups coaching sessions with me once a month where I do an open Q&A with all of our students and really go individually into anything you need. So let's say you need help with personal statement, we'll actually screen share and pull up your personal statement and go through it. I do sessions, for example, upcoming applications are opening, so I'll be doing sessions on how to fill out the AMCAS application, the ACOMAS application, how to prepare for your interviews, all of these things that we'll talk a little bit more about later in these group coaching sessions. And you can also ask anything that you want. I do these once a month, and it would be valued at $150 a session. Honestly, more than that, but let's just say $150 a session. Then it would be a total value of $1,800 for those group coaching sessions. That would be just for 1 year, but again, most students would have the program longer than a year. So the total value so far, you have the Ultimate Advising Program at $1997. 1 year office hours, which would come out to $8,640, and then 1 year group coaching, which would be $1,800, although you are actually getting access to this until you get accepted into medical school. Not just for the year, but we'll just based on the year, just so you can see the minimums. But wait, there is more we're going to give you in the program. You also get 5 hours of premium one-on-one private tutoring to be used at your discretion. And you actually get even more one-on-one support, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But these 5 tutoring hours can be used for MCAT, personal statement review, interviews, really anything you need. Either one-on-one tutoring session or coaching session, you can schedule whenever you need with one of our coaches. And the value of an hour session for you bucks outside of being a TP student would be $200 an hour. So that would add up to $1,250 for those 5 hours that we add to your program. It is included. Guess what? There is more. We also have a pre-med tracker that shows you everything that you need to do to successfully complete pre-med. Making sure you're getting all your pre-med tracking for when you're taking the MCAT, your practice scores. We're going to trend out. We trend your GPA, as you can see here. You can start working on your experiences, right? The activity section that you need to do, the personal statement, and we keep that all in the dashboard so our coaches can review it, and you can also see your progress as a pre-med. This makes it extremely helpful for when you're actually applying to medical school because you're not starting from scratch. A lot of students forget some of the activities that they've done or the shadowing experiences that they've had. It's harder to write about it later on. We make sure you're doing that from the very beginning. And this would be valued at $997 if you got our system by itself. So you get all, but you also get our full premium MCAT program. Now this is a 16-week MCAT program. We break it down into 16 weeks, however, it can be done in longer than that. So some students use 6 months for their MCAT prep, some even longer than that, and others will join and they will need to take the MCAT within 3 months. And I don't recommend that unless you have full time to study. And again, one of the things we'll do is make sure that you have your fun for your MCAT days when you do the program. Let's say you want to take it within 3 months, you can also do that for work. But 16 weeks is assuming you have about 4 hours a day to study for your MCAT, 5 to 6 days a week. So that's why we break it down to 16 weeks, and we give you a day-by-day schedule of everything you need to do. Just go through the modules, and you will be doing everything that you need. And this program alone is valued at $3,500. Okay, so the program also is valued at $160. All the AMC official bundle materials, so all the practice tests, question banks, everything that you would need from the AMC, we give you inside the program as well, which is usually around $270. And they might even raise the price recently. We also give you the TBC MCAT PowerBook, which is $149 on Amazon, and along with the MCAT program, the self-paced portion, we do a live portion that you get included if you're in the Ultimate Advising Program, which is 3 weekly live MCAT sessions. So these sessions cover AMC question breakdowns, question breakdowns, MCAT PowerBook sessions. You will get access for that 6 months every Sunday. MCAT would be an additional $3,000 in value that you get, and actually give your ultimate advice to choose you're doing everything that you learn and then the admissions program. Because we're going to make sure we run you thoroughly, pass each sure, pass it on, we're going to do and starts at some which would be applying how long that aptitude is getting through. And this isn't to make sure that students see ability because students in medical school get dollars. Even isn't every senior authority in programs. Our goal is to provide for freshmen or sophomore. We have in our program actually studied works out some success. You're going to be enrolled so you can have a time or crushing free. I think you get as best. Then and go fit on your program. There's enough of it that anything you're going to need help with, whether that's multiple personal statement reviews, looking over secondaries, extra help with your MCAT studying, extending your MCAT course out. Some students will join on the program and not get MCAT moves out and have to rejoin it. We are here the second you pay and become a TVC student. We are here for you until you get into medical school. And so that's really the main difference is we're truly a community. Our students, they become friends with each other. They have close mentor-mentee relationships with our coaches, and we really, really want to see you succeed. That is the most important thing to us. And so that is what I'd say you're getting from this that you might not get from just a standard MCAT program or just meeting one-on-one and paying for a certain number of admissions, personal statement editing hours, or something like that at a different company. So at this point, again, if you are interested, please set up that enrollment call. There'll be a link to schedule a time that works for you on our calendar. And basically the process would go as follows. At least come to the call prepared to move forward. We're not going to try to hard sell you or anything. Honestly, we just want to make sure that you would be a good fit for our program and we can definitely help you. You're a hardworking student, you're motivated, this is what you truly want. And we also want to make sure that it's a good fit on your end and that this is exactly what you're looking for. And if that's the case, then we will offer you a spot and we would hope that you are going to accept that if this is what you truly want. So if you want a parent on the call or something like that, we actually encourage that. They can ask any questions that they want as well if they're going to be financing the program, especially if we can talk to them about different options so that we can help that tuition fee for the program. And then what's going to happen once you join is we're going to get access to everything we talked about. You're going to be enrolled in all the different courses. You're going to get assigned a coach who will reach out and set up that kickoff call with you so you can have a timeline from everything you need to do from now until you get accepted to medical school. And then you're going to start crushing pre-med as a TPC student, and we couldn't be more excited to have you on the team. And I look forward to seeing you on the inside if you do decide to join, and we think it's a good fit as well. So again, one more reminder, if you're interested, if you're at all interested, you don't have to end up joining. We do expect you to come at least thinking you might join, but you don't need your decision made before the call. That's why we're having the call to just make sure it would be a good fit. But if you are at all interested, I encourage you to book the call now. We are limiting the amount of slots that we have for these calls and ultimately the amount of students that join the program because we do keep it as a relatively exclusive community and we just want to make sure that it's a good fit both on our end and yours. But if you are at all interested in the most comprehensive pre-med coaching that you'll ever be able to find, then I encourage you to book a call and I look forward to working with you.
Oh.
You're done already.
That's one.
How many more? How many more?
Four more.
You're lucky. I hear that it's your one.
Talk about the difference between the pre-med consultant's ultimate advisor program and any other pre-med advisor program you may have encountered, even signed up for before, or are considering. And just to let you know what the differences might be for you to make a decision on what you want to go for if that's something you're considering. A highly rated MCAT instructor, one of those major test prep companies that I'm sure you're all familiar with, I wanted to create a program that was really centered around the student and longevity and keeping that mentee-mentor relationship, not just a 3-month period where I'm teaching them MCAT and then I'll never see them again. Sometimes they're on score they got and then just hope that they got into medical school at some point. And that's what the problem I felt was at the time. I told the teacher, and if you see they know what I'm talking about, but using really active memorization strategies, question-based approach with strict repetition, which is how all the top medical students study for their boards, is really what I'm bringing to you guys in the MCAT portion of the program. But aside from that, my main goal is to, once I take on a student, that student is with us for life. I'm their mentor and I love my students and I want to see them succeed. And to do that, especially as a pre-med, usually more than just a few months of tutoring or mentoring. We really need someone to support you through the entire process. And that's really what we built as a pre-med consultant. So if you do decide to join, the best part about it is you are a member for life. Once you sign up, once you enroll, you get even more material as it's coming out. The program is always improving. You get coaching, one-on-one coaching. You get group calls with me. You get the community of pre-meds that are all super collaborative and everyone's supporting each other in both the Facebook group and the group me. And that's why we also do those calls, is to make sure that you are going to fit that mold of someone who's willing to help out others. It's not a cutthroat pre-med, because if we get a whiff of that on the call, then you might not extend you at all. We're really looking for students that are willing to help each other out, because that creates a awesome collaborative environment where we're all thriving, we're all succeeding, and we're all rooting for each other. So that's some of the main differences. And if you have any other questions, of course, we can address it on the call, but just wanted to kind of put that out there so you had an idea of what the difference between this and maybe your stereotypical MCAT program might be. Alright guys, that's all for now. I'll see you in the next video. So when is the right time to join the program? I get this question a lot from students, and the reality is the best time to join this program is yesterday, but the second best time is today, right now. So the way our program works is we help you throughout the entire process. So whether you're just a freshman starting out, if you join now, you're going to get a ton of extra value. You're going to get the help figuring out a timeline and help with your class, because we have some office hours and anything along the way that you need help with, we're going to give that to you. But then when it's time to actually enroll in the MCAT program and the English program, you're going to have that later, and likely we're going to go buy a program, probably that's going to fit. And so you're going to access to that whenever you want. You can start. You're probably the same you joined or earlier on. Like, let me rephrase that. So what I'm trying to say is that, like, the price is what it is, and we just incentivize students to join earlier. We'll give them money, because it's still the best thing to do is to join now, get enrolled in the MCAT program, start getting on the right path now, and think about it. The investment that you make in yourself today, if it's going to save you on having to reapply, having to read the MCAT, and ultimately sometimes we'll save students $50,000 because they were going to do need or the wrong master's program, go to Kirby Medical School. That's a whole other topic, when that's going to put you into some serious debt potentially. And so there's lots of ways that we're going to make sure that you might be saving money over the long run. So it really does make sense to get the program now. If it's a good fit, of course, we'll be upfront with you on the call. And if we don't think it would best help you, we're not going to invite you into the program. Everything, see where you're at, and see if it makes sense. So just wanted to kind of go over that, because a lot of students feel like they don't know the time to join us, because most conventional MCAT programs are just right when you're about to take the MCAT. So you pay for like an 8-week program, you go through.
You're finishing the other one already.
But then when it's time to enroll in and study the MCAT, you'll enroll yourself into the 16-week ultimate MCAT program. Now, it can be done in more than 16 weeks or less than 16 weeks, just a general guide to the amount of work I want you to do every single day. So we have it decided so that on average you'd be studying, let's say, 4 to 5 hours a day for 5 to 6 days a week for those 16 weeks. And that'll prepare you to do everything that I recommend you need to do for actually taking the MCAT. I'm extend it out. Absolutely. So you never lose access. Once you're a student of ours, you're in the medical application program. This is basically start weeks before you do June 1st, because we want you to do something each week to make sure that you're prepared to submit those arrows, so you do all of that. So again, these are all the different types of resources that you're going to get access to. So let's jump inside the Ultimate Advising Program and see what everything that is included. Alright, we're in the dash. As you can see here, it's syllabus. We have the welcome. We go over everything A to Z you need to know to absolutely crush pre-med in this program. We start off with a mindset, how you should be understanding the career of going into medicine, becoming a physician. Then we have 2 full modules on optimizing your study tactics and habits. So here, module 2 is best proven study techniques to ACE pre-med. So we're going to go through tons and tons of information to really start to show the students so that not only will you start getting A's and basically making the most of your time. So 3 to 4 times, if not more, better than what you're probably doing right now. When I got to medical school, this was an absolute game changer for me, and has been a game changer for many medical students who absolutely crush their work. So I need these skills to you early as a pre-med student. So we have then you have the ultimate CAT course. This actually is a general overview in Module 5 of everything that in terms of strategy and how to approach studying for the MCAT. But to get the actual day-by-day schedule and more specific content-based information, that's going to be where you're going to enroll in the 16-week program. And we'll go into that in just a bit. So that's module 5. Module 6 is feature pillars. It's showing what you talk about the most pre-med don't what we count for a publication, how you can actually go about getting that. Because a lot of students, most pre-med students don't know about this. Not being published. I actually wasn't published when I applied to medical school, and I wanted to be ready to submit, writing your secondaries, a full interview prep, and in the application program, we go more in depth into all of these, so you'll actually be able to do a mock interview. I have it here as well. You'll get feedback on that, and basically anything you need to know to best prepare for the interview, we go over that. And then even things like once you're applying or if you're on a wait list, what to do then to better your chances of back. And then 11, 14, make sure we hope that in the ultimate advising program. Those are just the modules.